Hello students, welcome to the online teaching learning process of subject microprocessor. So today's our topic is register organization of 8086 microprocessor. In this topic we have to study the different registers which we will be using in our assembly language programming. So the basic introduction of each registers is given in the register organization. So the learning outcome includes to study the register organization of 8086 microprocessor. This is the most important question. This question is asked in every MSBT exam. So unit 1 is very important. Most of the topics we are dealing with will be asked in your MSBT examination. PO satisfied are PO1, PO4, PO6 and PO7. So coming to register organization of 8086. So what is a register? A register is a very small amount of fast memory. It is also called as buffer. So it is a very small amount of memory that is built in the processor. So why these registers are used? In order to speed up the operation. If the data is stored in separate memory which is external to the processor, then so much time will be taken to get to that memory, get that memory data, and it retrieve its data to the CPU or to the processor. So this time we will reduce by arranging some registers inside the processor itself, so it does not have to go to any external memory and get its data or perform any memory related operation. So that's why these registers are built inside the processor itself to reduce our time of execution. So these are fast memory buffers, also called as buffers. Registers are very fast and efficient than other memories like RAM, ROM, external memory, etc. So what is register? Register is a small amount of fast memory which is built inside the processor itself. And why it is used? It is used for performing faster execution. So total 14 registers are present in 8086 processor. 14 registers are present inside the processor itself, that is our 8086. All these registers are of 16 bit. Now these registers are classified depending upon the action they perform into different types, that are general purpose registers or user registers. General purpose registers are used for assembly language programming. So in order to do the assembly language programming which we will do in the fourth unit, all these general purpose registers we will use. Next type is index registers. This is used for indexing. This is used in string manipulation operations, that is SI and DI registers. Index registers. Then there are segment registers. Segment registers are used to provide the base address to the processor. Pointer registers. Pointer registers are used to point to the specific either stack or either base address. Status register is used to give the status of operations. So it is categorized into five main types: general purpose registers, index registers, segment registers, pointer registers and status registers. So how total many of registers are there? There are total 14 registers in 8086. Each register is of 16 bit, and depending upon their operations they are classified into five types. So basically this is the diagram we have to draw if the question is asked of register organization of 8086. So total 14 registers are given. So segment registers are CS, DS, SS and ES. CS stands for code segment, DS stands for data segment, SS for stack segment and ES for extra segment. So these are segment registers. IP is a instruction pointer register. All these registers are of 16 bits. Then coming to general purpose registers, that are AX, BX, CX and DX. When we call AX means 16-bit register. These 16-bit general purpose registers can be divided by the user into two parts, higher part and lower part. Higher part will store the higher order bits, whereas the lower part will store the lower order bits, total 16. That means it is divided into two equal parts, higher order and lower order. So if AX register is there, so for user convenience we can divide it into AH, A higher and A lower. Similarly, if BX is there, B higher and B lower. If CX is there, C higher, C lower. If DX is present, that means D higher and D lower. So this is done only for user convenience. If there is a, if we need to perform the processing of 8 bits only, then why we will use 16-bit registers? We will save our 8 bits by using the 8-bit register. So these 8-bit registers are either higher or lower. So we can save that much of register or memory, and which can be used for further calculations or further processing. So general purpose registers are AX, BX, CX and DX. Total 4 registers are present. Segment registers are four: CS, DS, code segment, data segment, stack segment and extra segment. Next are pointer registers. So pointer registers are also four: SP and B. Pointer registers are here they have given as all the registers are pointer, but basically we have only two pointer registers, SP and BP. SP stands for stack pointer, BP stands for base pointer. Next are the index registers, that is SI and DI. SI stands for source index, DI stands for destination index, and the last register is our flag register. It is also called as status registers. It is used to hold the status of the result which our ALU has generated. What is ALU? Arithmetic logic unit. So whatever the result we have got, the status of that result is stored in flag register, or it is also called as status register. So it will hold the status of the result which the ALU has generated. So the instruction pointer registers, four segment registers, four general purpose registers, two pointer registers, two index registers and a flag register. So if the question is asked, you have to compulsorily draw this diagram. So coming to general purpose registers. General purpose registers are 4: AX, BX, CX and DX. All are of 16 bits. It can be categorized into 8 bits as higher and lower. Higher will store higher order bits and lower will store lower order bits. Lower order bits means from 0 to 7. Higher order means from 8 to 15. So depending upon name, their functionality is given. AX is used as a accumulator. AX functions as a accumulator. BX functions as a pointer register. It will point or it will store the pointer. CX as a counter registers and DX for input output addressing we use. These are general purpose registers which we will use in assembly language programming. Next are pointer registers. Two pointer registers are present, stack pointer and base pointer. Stack pointer holds the 16-bit address of the stack segment and the base pointer holds the 16-bit address of our data segment. Next are index registers, source index and destination index. These registers are basically used when we perform any string related operation. So the source index of the string is stored in SI register and the source index of the destination string is stored in the DI register. It is used in combination with data or extra segment. Segment registers, 4 segment registers, store segment, data segment, extra segment and stack segment. Instruction pointer, it holds the address of the next instruction to be executed by microprocessor. Flag register or status register, it holds the status of the result generated by the ALU. So very important question, draw the register organization of 8086. When only draw is specified, you have to only draw that diagram. Explain means you have to draw the diagram along with its explanation. So we have learned today about the register organization of 8086. So thanks for watching the video. In the next part we will continue our topic number 1.5, that is memory segmentation of 8086.